This is my destination plot. You guys have seen a lot of videos in here. I've switched it over to clover, and I'm gonna do another experiment. I like experimenting and trying new stuff. So what I'm gonna do in here is I watch a YouTube channel called The Back 40 with Mark, and he talks about putting structure in your food plots. And he adds sorghum to his fall seed blend so that you get August and September growth, and you could get 2 feet of growth spread out through here, and he just feels like the deer feel more comfortable feeding in his plots when there's some height to it instead of just being a low plot. So I went in here earlier today and I overseeded this with clover, radishes, kale, and sorghum. So I'm going to do an experiment, and what I want to do is I want to know if mowing helps the sorghum grow and the radishes. So what I'm going to do in here is I'm actually going to make stripes of mowed and unmowed sections, like 1, 2, maybe 2 paths with the lawnmower of mowed, then unmowed and mowed, and I'm going to put some seclusion cages in there and just see what happens. So it'll be a fun experiment, and we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna get on the lawnmower now and mow this, and then I'll show you what it looks like. All right, all done mowing. You'll notice that I did mow the perimeter. I'm finding when I grow these clover plots that if you don't use chemicals, which this plot has, this seen clethodim in the spring, but it hasn't seen any glyphosate this year, and it won't. But what'll happen is the edges will start to come in. I mean, look at that. And so what I did was I actually mowed the whole perimeter just to establish the perimeter again so Mother Nature doesn't come in. But here's what I did. As you can see, the clover, the clover is coming in great. This has been awesome. This is a mixture of Lake City Feed and Seed clover, and then I frost seeded Comeback Kid in the late winter this year from Domain. And then I just overseeded all of this with some more of Domain Comeback Kid, some radishes and some sorghum, and I threw in some kale too, because if you look, there's a lot of exposed dirt, and I don't think it's going to be a problem for that stuff to germinate. It's just a question of, can it out compete the clover? And that was my biggest question. So if I find that the areas that I mowed did better for the radishes and the kale and the sorghum, then next year I'll mow the whole thing. But this is just an experiment, because if it doesn't work here and it doesn't work there, then I just won't do it anymore. But I was just curious. But yeah. More strips. And the reason I wanted the height in this plot is because I hunt this plot. This plot definitely is an early season plot, because once this apple tree starts dropping apples, it's a hot spot. And then hopefully I get a resident buck like 2021 that calls this home. But anyways, I just wanted to show you. And I'm gonna put an exclusion cage here and an exclusion cage here, and then I'm gonna hang my camera on that tree right there, so we'll be able to watch how it does, and I'll post pictures. But anyways, thanks for watching. I love doing experiments.